Alright guys, Robotbat1 and Charmander in the background as always, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video, we are doing the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! A segment on my channel where we look at decks coming out in the future, discuss them, look at them, and see if they're gonna be any good. Now, the cards we're gonna be looking at basically in today's video is the Amazement and Attractions archetype. Pretty much it seems to be a theme park based archetype. I have not read any of the cards. I'm curious to see what they do, because from the images that I've seen, they remind me a lot of the Perform Mages and the Performer Powers and everything along those lines. So I'm hoping they can somehow tie in with that archetype, the Performer Powers, because Performer Powers is one of my more appreciated archetypes from the Arc V era of Yu-Gi-Oh! And honestly, I really am interested to see what's going to be in this archetype. So let's actually read these cards though, get into them. Charmander is probably in his seat wondering what they do as well. So let's get into the video and see what these cards are. I'm really hoping that they're good though, because I really like decks like this. So let's go ahead and go into it. So the first one we're going to be looking at is Amazement Administrator Arlecchino. I think that, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it is a level 7 Dark Psychic Effect monster, 2600 attack, 2200 defense. And it looks like to me in his artwork, he's got like a bunch of like cotton candy sweet Karibos flying all around him, which, if anyone didn't know, I love Karibos, and I actually collect Karibos because I want all the artworks and I really like them, just because they're one of the most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time, in my opinion, Karibo that is. And I'm hoping we're going to see some Karibos coming out of this support, but let's see what this first card does. So, if a trap is activated, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's similar to Multi-Faker. Okay. My only issue is it's a level 7, so you can't normal summon it just like Multi-Faker, but Impermanence seems to be very needed for this deck then. Second effect, if your opponent normal special summons a monster, you can target one of those monsters, equip it with one attraction trap from your deck. Okay. Interesting. I'm hoping this means that the attraction cards are there to hurt the opponent a bit with their monsters, like make them unable to be used for an extra deck summon or negate their effects, stuff like that. That's interesting. Okay, and its third effect is, once per turn you can banish any number of attraction traps from your graveyard, then target that many cards your opponent controls, destroy them. And it's got a multi-pop. Okay, so Foolish Bearer of Goods seems to be somewhat of a useful card in this archetype then. Being able to use a card like Foolish Bearer of Goods, send the trap to graveyard, banish multiple traps along with the Foolish Bearer of Goods, and then go from there. But just looking at this, it looks like Konami are trying to maybe give a bit of support back to traps as well. Interesting. Alright, so we got Amazement Ambassador Bufo. So this teddy bear is a level 3 beast effects monster. So level 3 is actually really good because it means you can use it with Rescue Cat. So that's something that could be useful in the long run. So it's 1600 attack, 900 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one attraction trap in your graveyard and one face-up monster your opponent controls. Equip the target on the field with their trap. Okay, so pretty much this is making me think that Foolish Bearer of Goods is a very necessary card in this. And it looks like the Karibos are balloons, and I like it in the artwork, so okay. And its second effect is, quick effect, you can target one of your attraction traps equipped to a monster, equip it to an Amazement monster you control, or a face-up monster your opponent controls. Okay, that's kind of interesting to me, because you get to move the trap to a different card. And being able to move the trap to a different card, depending on what the trap does, could be really useful. Now, will this mean it's an amazing card, like it's Amazement as it is? Or will it mean that it's not that great? Let's continue and find out. So the third card is Amazement Attendant. I like the artwork of the card. I really like the artwork. And there's like I'm starting to think this is like a Disneyland with the castle in the background. And her name is Komika. So she's like a comic, okay, or a comic character. And she is a level 4 light machine effect monster. Okay, so we've got an android. She is an android. Okay, machine girl. She has 1400 attack, 1800 defense, and her first effect is when this card is normal summoned, you can set one attraction trap directly from your deck to your spell and trap card zone. Okay. Okay, so all the monsters are pretty much focused around the traps. And it seems to be decent. It could be really good, it could be really bad, we'll have to find out. So, second effect, quick effect, you can target one of your attraction traps to equip traps equipped to a monster, equip it to an amazement monster you control, or a face-up monster your opponent controls. Okay. So, just like Bufo here, this one can also change what the trap is equipped to. So it seems to be very focused on that, outside of the boss monster here, which is only summoned when you actually activate a trap. Alright, I'm liking what I'm seeing, I really am. And let's go into the spells now, because that's where we've hit. Okay, and it's, oh actually no, comica is the Italian word for comedian, okay, fair enough. Does Buffon have that? This card's name is probably based on Buffo, which means funny, okay. And Harley Quinn, yeah. Cool. Okay. Interesting to know. An amazing ticket. So this is a quick play spell, an amazing ticket, and it has 3 effects. Well, no, it has 1 effect, but you can activate them. So pay 800 life points to apply the effects based on whose turn it is. So you can use, yes, so it's a quick effect, so you can use it during either player's turn. Your turn, add 1 amazement card from your deck to your hand. That's a Roa. Well, actually, no. That's a Cleethorpes Scout. Huh? Pay 100, feel great again? Am I hearing this? Pay 100, feel great? Your opponents set 1 attraction card, a trap, directly from your deck to your spell and trap card zone. It can be activated this turn. Okay. That is really good depending on what the traps do. Because if the traps are really, really powerful, then this card could be absolutely insane. Just for the fact that, yes, you get to go ahead and add any amazement card, and you could go ahead and add Comica here to then set one directly from your deck, but this allows you to just set it, BMST bait or Cosmic Cyclone bait, chain it, and then set the trap card of your wishing from your deck, and then just be able to use it that turn. That's really good. Any card that normally says you can activate a trap the turn it's set is really, really nice, so I'm happy with that. Amazement Special Show. Oh, look, it's the Garibo. It's a white one. I like it. And we've got Comica, the Harley Quinn here, and Bufo. With some scapegoats in the background as well. So it's a quick play spell, and its effect is when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets an amazement monster you control, target one of those amazement monsters you control, return it to the hand, then special summon 1 amazement monster from your hand. So they activate permanents, target a monster, you target that amazement monster, you return that amazement monster to your hand, then you special summon an amazement monster, even if it's the same one. Okay, so it's just, you target me, I stop you. Interesting. Don't know how I feel about these. Are these effects hard ones per turn? Pretty much. Actually, no, their summon effects aren't, but they only work on normal summons, so it's not like it's going to do much. But I guess it makes it easier to summon Archilino right here, so that's pretty nice. Okay. And we've got a field spell now. Amazement Precious Park. So this is like the whole amusement park for the place. Alright. Field spell. You can activate 1 attraction trap during your main phase of the turn it is set. So I'm just going to be allowed to activate any of my traps the turn it's set. I like this card already. Second effect, during the end phase, you can send 1 of your attraction traps equipped to a monster to the graveyard, then target 1 of your attraction traps with a different name that is banished or in your graveyard, set it to your spell and trap card zone. I like that for the pure fact that it says I can change the situation to what I want it to be. This card literally says, during the end phase, if I've got a trap that's doing nothing at this point, that's doing absolutely nothing, I can get rid of it to get a trap that I could potentially use to be useful in that specific situation. So that's actually really good for me. I really like this card. Like, you're able to activate a trap the turn it's set, which honestly is not the amazing thing, that amazing because you can only activate 1, but it's still very useful for that fact. But during the end phase, you basically just get to go ahead and use, for instance, a card like Sky Striker Multi-Roll. This is kind of like that, but you have to send 1 obviously to be able to use it. So Pretty good. Okay, so these are the trap cards. Let's see what these do, because the trap cards, depending on what the traps do, really do say if this deck is good or not. And we need to see the traps to know if this deck will be good. So, let's go. Amazement Family Face. Okay, so you've got all three of them up here, and then you've got little trinkets to go over them. Alright. And you've got an evil Bufo there. Oh no. So you can activate one card with this card's name effects once per turn. Target one monster your opponent controls, equipped with an attraction trap. Equip this card to that target. So you can only target one monster that's already equipped with an attraction trap. Okay. Second effect, take control of the equipped monster. It's a snatch steal. I like it already. While you control the equipped monster, it gains 500 attack. It cannot activate its effects. Also, it is treated as an amazement monster. Okay. Okay. First one is pretty good. So, Amazement Family Face is pretty good. I like the fact that you just get to take control of the opponent's monster. Like, that's really good, and I really like that. And I believe, do these target to change? Target one attraction monster, equip it to an amazement monster you control, or a face-up monster your opponent controls. So, these are non-targeting. Because this... It's the terminology of equipped, really. Like, would you say the equip is targeting the opponent's monster? Because this just says, equip it to an amazement monster you control, or a face-up monster your opponent controls. Now, as a judge, equip terminology isn't something I'm too strong on, but... For now, I'm going to think that this is non-targeting, but obviously it's the terminology of equip, because the majority of equip spells nowadays say target on them, because they being targeting the monster to equip to it. So, yeah, it's kind of a funny thing there, but these aren't equip cards, so it's one of those things as well. Interesting, though. I'm interested to see what else these cards do. So, we got Amaze Attraction Cyclone Coaster. I like the roller coaster. What's that monster supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Ra? No. No way that's supposed to be Ra, is it? I mean, it's gold. I would like it if it was... That'd be pretty cool, to be honest. Ride a Wind Dragon of Ra roller coaster. But anyway, it's a normal trap card, and you can only use its second effect once per turn. First effect, target one amazement monster you control, or one face-up monster your opponent controls. Equip this card to that target. Second effect, you can activate this effect based on the equipped monster's controller. You target one spell trap card your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. That's pretty good. Just a free MST. It's a trap card, so it's a quick effect, which is really, really nice. Alright, your opponent, add one amazement monster from your deck to your hand, and if you do, send this card to the graveyard. Alright. Nothing bad there. Like, to be honest, it's just more ways to get into this, which is kind of what I'm expecting. A lot of ways to actually get to your amazement monsters, so you can actually have a way to do them. I'm gonna have to test this deck out, because this actually looks like a lot of fun, to be honest. And I like trap decks. So, Amaze Attraction Wonder Wheel. So it's the Ferris wheel, okay. Normal trap, you can only use the second effect once per turn. First effect, it's an equip, so you just straight up equip. Second effect, you can activate this effect based on the equipped monster's controller. During the main phase, you can return one card from your hand to the bottom of your deck, then draw one card. Okay, so it's kind of like a card trader, so not the best. But your opponent, swap the equipped monster's attack and defense until the end of the turn. Alright, I'm not too impressed on Wonder Wheel. Wonder Wheel is kind of garbage, but Cyclone Coaster and Family Face, I'm happy with. Amaze Attraction Majestic. So this is the merry-go-round, and he's got the Gaia the Fierce Knight's horse on there, from the looks of it. First effect is the equip effect, and second effect is the one based on opponent's monster. So if it's your monster, the equipped monster gains 500 attack. Also, if it would be destroyed by a card or effect, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. Okay. Second effect, the equipped monster loses 500 attack for each of your attraction traps equipped to a monster. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, like damage step, flip this, target opponent's monster, and well, actually no, you can't flip this during the damage step. attack declaration, because if you can't, and the reason behind why you can't attach this during the damage step is because the effect isn't to decrease or change attack, decrease or increase the attack. The actual activation effect is to target one face-up monster on the field to actually equip it too. So you wouldn't be able to change stats, so, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. And is that the... I need a closer look at that. Is that's not the Six Samurai logo, is it? No, it's my man. I mean, that crow though. That is on the Temple of the Six Samurai. That's a Temple of the Six Samurai. That's a Six Samurai. Okay, an amusement park with Six Samurai cards. Interesting. But yeah, cool. And okay, now we got FAs. Okay, Amaze Attraction Rapid Racing, normal trap card. First effect is the same as the rest of them. Second effect, target one of... So if it's you who's equipped, target one card in either graveyard, change the equipped monster's battle position, and if you do, shuffle that target into the deck. To be honest, it's a way to recycle your own monsters and also gets rid of problems in your opponent's graveyard, which is not bad. Your opponent increase the equipped monster's level by 1, and if you do, change its battle position. Makes sense with FA, to be honest. Like, you're changing levels, so with the FAs on there, it does make a lot of sense to be changing levels. Amaze Traction Horror House. Like, I'm just seeing a ton of different archetypes in this. Oh yeah, there's the Ojamas on the Ferris wheel. That is definitely Winged Dragon of Ra from what I'm seeing now. Okay, wait, so... Conspiracy theory. The Amazement crew are taking control of monsters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game and turning them into amusement park rides. Okay. Okay, so Horror House is the first effect is the same as the rest of them, and the second effect is based on who controls it. So, first effect, target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of the turn. Not bad, it's an impermanence, which is pretty nice. Second effect, your opponent changed the equipped monster to face down defense position. For having Ghost Tricks on it, that makes a lot of sense because you basically just equip it and then you just set it face down. It's a ghost trick, it makes a lot of sense. And on this one you can see Alucard, Jack-o'-lantern. Oh, I'm actually really liking these artworks. But that seems to be it. That actually seems to be it. So this archetype is pretty much, from what I can tell, basically the man up here, Arlecchino has gone around the Yu-Gi-Oh! Multiverse, stolen different Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. Like, he's turned Karibos into balloons. He's turned this special ticket. He's got this great show. He's got the amusement park set up. He's got this family face is obviously him stealing monsters to turning them into amusement park rides. He's got the Winged Dragon of Ra turned into a roller coaster. He's got the Ojama brothers turned into a Ferris wheel. I don't even know how you would do that. He's got literally the Shogun's... It's like... Temple of the Six Samurai? No, it's the evil equip spell one, the dark one, because you can tell by the crow in the top corner, and that is definitely the gateway of the sixth symbol then. And you've got like the horses for the Six Samurai and everything along those lines. So he's turned the Temple of the Six Samurai into, or Dojo of the Six Samurai into a Ferris wheel, and he's stolen all the FA race cards, because you can see 3 FA ones there. I believe that's Dawn's Dragster. That's the Link monster. I don't know what the middle one is. That might be Dawn's Dragster, but I'm pretty sure it's this green one. Into a racing attraction, so like bumper cars. And then you've got the ghost tricks that have been shoved into a horror house. But guys, that's the deck. Honestly, I'm interested to play this deck. I've always been a fan of purple cards in the trading card game. I've played multiple decks throughout the years that are trap-based. I've played Altergeist, I've played Ritual Beasts, I've played Satellanites, I played Constellas when they played a lot of traps. I've played so many decks that are revolving around trap cards that I actually really want to play this, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's got like a Snatch Steal, it's got a Searcher and a way to get rid of opponent's spell and trap cards. it's got a lot of interesting cards. It's got literally an android cyber attendant Komika right here. It's got Bufo, the lovely teddy bear here, like... And we've got the boss of the show right here, who's pretty much like Multi-Faker with his first effect, which just makes me want to play the deck more, because it's got Multi-Faker's effect. And I look at this deck and think it's a really fun-looking deck, and that's what it's supposed to be. But if you look at it more closely, they've stolen monsters and turned them into attractions and gum and balloons and all sorts of things. But I feel like this is a really fun looking archetype. So guys, that's the video though. Tell me what your thoughts are on the Amazement archetype. Personally, I'm going to be testing this. You'll probably see a video on this in the next couple of days, of maybe a deck profile, maybe some duel videos, because I really want to try this deck out. This looks like a lot of fun to play, and I can't wait to try it out. But guys, tell me what your thoughts are on the Amazement deck in the comment section below. Do you like the theme park scene? Do you think this archetype is truly stealing monsters from the multiverse and has turned the Wind Dragon of Ra right here into a roller coaster? What do you personally think? Because I honestly like the look of it. I really do. But guys, as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch channel. Currently, right now, my streams are off because of my internet's not been the best, so I've not really been able to upload. But they will be coming back next week, hopefully, when my internet's a bit better. And after that, we'll be streaming on Mondays and Wednesdays again, because I really do like to stream. Streaming's fun. I like to stream for all of you lot. So please check out the Twitch there. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out other videos on the channel. And please leave a like on this video and tell me your thoughts on the Amazement archetype. I really like it. I really like it for a trap deck. It's interesting to see a trap deck that's based on equipping stuff to your opponent's monsters and also your own monsters to gain different effects. I feel like that's really cool and really interesting. But guys, that's the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to have some amazement!